Hello, my name is Jelle for Calisthenics Worldwide, and today we will be reviewing the premium dip bars by Gornation. So Gornation is a German company which creates cool products together with professional athletes, and now they have released the dip bars together with the static bar. And the static bar we already reviewed, so you can check out that video. And for the rest, let's set this one up and get into the details. So here's a little user manual, and we have also upgrade your performance with the premium dip bars. Also some explanation and tips on how to use them. It comes with a grip tape, which is super nice that they deliver it with. These are some hand screws that you use on the bottom to put the connection tool onto the dip bars, which is also a very nice feature. Then you have a screw kit. And over here you have the tool to put the screws in, so you have everything that you need to put these together. So let's get to it. So now that we put one together, there's only holes on one side of the footing of this bar, so you have to put that in the direction of where the holes are as well. Now that we have put these together, you have the connection tools over here, which is super nice because you can just put it over here, and then you have the hand screws, which you have 3 different spots that you can choose from. So the bars will be in different widths. Later we'll measure those for you, the distances. One thing though, I usually don't check user manuals that thoroughly, and there is a hole in both of the dip bars, but on the other side right now, over here, the holes are on the outside. So if I want to connect this one, then those should be turned around. So just take that into consideration when you're putting these bars together. So the premium dip bars, they are made of a black powder coated steel. We really like the look of it. And on each side of each of the bars, there is a sticker, which is the Gornation logo, which looks cool as well. And on the bottom, on the rubber feet, they also have a logo. This one over here is about 45.5 centimeters wide, but you can 2 times make them 2 centimeters wider as well, which means that they can go about like 50 centimeters wide. And of course on the floor then as well, it will be a little bit wider. The footing is 50 centimeters, and together right now it's like about 1 meter. But when you adjust them to the widest version, then of course it will be about 104 centimeters. So it's 90 centimeters high and it's 80 centimeters long, so it's actually quite long. The diameter of the bars is 40 millimeters. Of course, you can also use these bars separately by taking off the connection part, which is easy to do and very quick. One of the bars weighs 5.7 kilos, and together with the connection part as well, it weighs 13.2. And one of the bars is actually designed to be able to handle 400 kilos of weight, so that is definitely plenty. So the grip of these bars, we really like it. It's a very nice grip, and of course you can also combine it with some chalk, which would really make it a little bit more grippy as well. But they also deliver a 25-meter grip tape with it, which is super nice that they added that. So when you put this one on the bar, what you want to do is you want to first go 1 time around it so that it will not let loose as easily, and then you want to go around like this for the whole bar. And also at the end, you want to go 1 more time around it. And then you want to get some scissors to cut the last part off. So these bars, they can be easily taken anywhere because they're so light. They can also be easily disassembled as well. The rubber feet, they make it possible to train on any kind of surface. So for instance, you can use it in your home gym, but also you can take it outside, and there you can, for instance, take it to the city and train on the concrete. But also you can take it into a park and train on the grass, or go to the beach and train on the sand. When you take it inside again, you do want to clean the rubber feet to make sure that it stays very grippy on the floor. You don't want to get too much moist on these bars, and definitely not salt water. So if you want to dry them off, then you can use a dry cloth. And also if the bars are dirty, you don't want to use any detergent, so then you could just use a wet cloth instead, and then you can dry it off after that with a dry cloth. So because these are dip bars, of course you can do dips on these. Also you can do straight bar dips, which I prefer to do on the inside, On the top of the bars, you can do your L sits, you can do V sits, you can also just do your knee raises and leg raises as well. If you have the connecting parts on it, it's also possible to do a handstand on top of these. And of course, you can also train for planche, which is basically as if you would be training on parallels, and then you can do your tuck planche and work your way up to the real thing. When you go on the bottom of the bar, you can do your front lever training, which is super nice. You can work your way up by starting with the tuck, and then also you can do back lever. But with this, it's actually quite hard to get into the back lever by doing a skin the cat, because the bars are not that high. If you tilt your head to one side, you can do a skin the cat, but it's not really comfortable. Also, you can do rows on the bottom, but the rows, they start wobbling a bit. So when you do your rows, you need to bend your knees, but in that way you can also train pull-ups, which is also very nice. When it comes to weighted calisthenics, you can do dips on these, of course, but when you put a weight belt on, it's going to be very difficult because you're going to be hitting the floor with the weights. You could choose to get some weight vests. So for instance, Gornation has the 10 and the 20 kilo one. So that would be very nice, but it is not very possible to do 80 kilo dips on these, for instance. Alright, so because these bars, they were released on the same day as the static bar, it makes sense to compare them in this video. So the static bar is 115 centimeters high and these are 90 centimeters high. It is way easier to do a skin the cat or a back lever for that matter on the static bar. And also for work for the muscle up, we would prefer the static bar because then the straight bar dips are easier, definitely if you are a tall person. And also you can do negative muscle ups and you can do some work for training your false grip. These also, they are less wide. They are 80 centimeters wide and the static bar is actually 116 centimeters wide. So that's quite a difference. On the static bar, you can train your wide front levers, you can train Maltese on it as well. So any exercise where you need a wide grip is better on that one. With these, because you have two bars instead of one, you have the options to do exercise that you would normally do on parallels, for instance, like your handstands, and also with planche, you have the option to do a neutral grip version. For beginners, it's way nicer to learn planche on these. So as a conclusion, we really love the dip bars by Gornation. It's a super versatile tool and you can do a lot of different exercises on it. And it's super nice how Gornation thought of the connecting piece over here, which makes it a super sturdy construction and also very stable for all kinds of exercises. It's actually great for beginners and for pros as well. So you can do a lot of basics on these, but also you can train for the static exercises, which of course the pros can do the full versions of those. It's the same price as the static bar, which is 149 euros and 90 cents. If you use the CWW10 discount code, you can get 10% off as well. And any product that we mentioned in this video will be in the description, so you can check those out, and we hope we helped you out with making your decision. And for the rest, we want to thank you for watching, and we hope to see you in the next one as well. So have a good day.